Saber Roam.
Yeah.
Same thing, you know, just without the passive and the envy and the darkness for and the movement speed. Yeah, but you one-shot people. So same thing, potato, no? Move, carry on. He's done. Anyways, on to the draft here. We do see Vanguard going on the blue side here and Black Dye PH on the red side. Starting things off, we do see Chips as well as Arlen being banned, Harif and also Matilda being banned. So that pretty much leaves the Roger still up for open, I guess.
Yeah, Nathan has been banned out, so this is going to be a pretty good Roger first pick if Vanguard wants it, because Roger, even though he's strong in the gold lane, but you can still flex it in the jungle. The fact that Matilda has been banned out, Moskov has been banned, so this is a very high priority on Roger. But the thing is, if you pick up the Roger, it gives two strong heroes over, and it looks like they're going to prioritize the Angela. It's like Angela can work better in a lot of more drafts.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It was pretty much a situation on how they want to prioritize what kind of heroes they had to play, right? But again, Roger completely being ignored by both sides so far. So I guess in terms of comfort-wise, they're not really comfortable with the Roger pick here. I can see the Angela being prioritized coming from a Vanguard a little bit more just because he has those flexibility, and we've also seen teams kind of put Angela as a mid-lane role, which personally, not a big fan, but if you have heroes like Edith, you know, or maybe even an Esmeralda on XP lane, it can kind of work to kind of offset the physical damage and the magical damage department in terms of splitting it 50-50.
Either ways, right now we look at Black Diamond already picking up the Fredrin as well as the Louis. Well, Louis is most banned, same as the Angela, so both have been let through. It looks like the Terizla is going to get picked up here, which is going to be pretty strong, going up against any kind of melee heroes.
Smart.
And this is the Angeline combo. It's smart, but all that Black Dime needs right now is a very strong roamer and invade the jungle, because they already have the Fredrin, they already have the Louis. This is lane bully territory for Black Dime.
Personally, I think this is in a situation where Vanguard will have a little bit of advantage here, because it is going to force Black Dime PH to very focus on the Link, right? Going for the Roger, definitely a safe pick here, but my question is, how will they deal with the mobility of Link right now? Like, yes, you have Loyi for global presence, but how can you catch this Link? Personally, I feel like, I know you're going to hate this. Saber Roam is pretty not bad. One-shotting the Link isn't that bad of idea, but if going for a assassin support means that you need to have a very strong side laner, or in this case, even a jungler tank.
Honestly, at this point, there's multiple ways to deal with one person, right? Yeah. You could give a straightforward answer, or you could legit just ignore him. And this is one of those drafts where they could just ignore the Link. Just make sure that you win the early game. Make sure you win the turtle, which is easier to do because you have the Frederick. Win 1-2 turtles, grab the lanes, and then make it to a point where Ling won't have the power spike, right? So they could have just end the game before the Ling gets online, especially because this Angela, especially if this Angela is going mid.
A punch for a punch.
Actually, if Angela goes mid, it becomes easier for them to protect the jungle.
Yeah.
But if the Angela is roam, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to protect the jungle.
Yeah, I agree. And I like this interface coming from Vanguard as well. They're banning the Helker here, because back then, when you drop Darkness Fall, if you will hover your Heart's Guard onto a hero, you can see the vision, but now you can't really see it anymore. So if you go in, you're just going in blind, and you're trying your first skill, you still can't see anything compared to back in the days here. So I like that they're shutting down the Helker right here, but now again, big question for Black Dime, how will they deal with this Link here? They're bringing in the Grok. Respectable, not a big fan, but I would
honestly,
like...
Grok is my first pick. I'm surprised they didn't ban the Grok. I mean, like, Grok, Fredrin, Louis, who's going to stop them from entering the jungle? Especially because if Vanguard is playing a late game comp, look at the early game coming in from Black Dime. The Roger is pretty strong in the early game. Louis just needs level 2. And then who's going to stop the Fredrin? I mean, the Ling isn't going to do anything to the Fredrin early game.
Yeah.
The boss is Angela.
I think the Fredrin is going to be a very big problem towards the Ling, right? It makes sense because they're very tanky compositions, and it's hard to actually be poked by. But I feel like it's more like now Black Dime is in a situation where they have to turtle and play defensively rather than just play offense here. But now, from Vanguard, they're bringing the Minotaur as well as Claude.
A lot of late game
A lot
here.
of mobility. A lot of split push as well.
Yeah, but again, like Claude wants 3 items. Ling wants 3 items. The only one that doesn't really need to farm up is the Terizla as well as the Angela. Although Angela does need a few more items here. And then now having the Benedetta as well. So even if you want to split push, the Benedetta has got you covered.
Okay. I think I actually like the draft coming from Vanguard a little bit more.
I prefer Black Dime.
Just because it's a little bit more nimble. They will be the ones that take the first hand, the first engagement. But I like Black Dime as well because of the fact that if they play safe and play Ube a little bit more and just drag it out late game, they will definitely dominate this lane.
I feel like Black Dime's draft is much easier to execute. I mean, like, some of the heroes are very mechanical oriented, but as a draft, it's just like you clear your lanes, get the turtle, and then just slowly choke out your opponents from getting farm.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, again, I like the mobility, you like the defensiveness here, you like something pretty easy, one button, boom, end game. I would go for it too here, but now they're fighting for their lives here, so considering that everything is at stake right now, either of these teams is going to be eliminated out of this series here. It is going to be very, very difficult to do so here. But without further ado, this is a best of 3 series here. First game starting things off, we have Black Dime PH going up against Vanguard Esports from Singapore.
I like that Vanguard is starting on their EXP side of the buff because at least you have a protection. And
what?
Sure.
How?
I'm pretty sure the Beretta can't mid. Yeah, she can't mid. The moment they try to go for the minions, just instantly dive, petrify, and then get the kill.
That's the fastest first blood ever on the English broadcast. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, but like I said, this is their draft. Press a few buttons and then just win.
You know, I had a very different composition where I actually faced the high elo game. They brought in the Angela, Minotaur, and as well as Ruby. There's just so much sustain.
Yeah.
And by level 4, it's just so difficult to fight against.
No, honestly, that's what Vanguard should have done. I kind of feel like instead of the Claw, you should have a fighter. So I was surprised they banned out the Ruby. I felt like they should have banned the Grok and then grabbed the Ruby for themselves.
Maybe, if they go for this kind of composition here. But again, right now, you can see a lot of harassments coming in from Black Dime PH to try and pressure the Link, slow down his farm. And he's doing pretty okay, considering that, you know, as an assassin, technically, this Link should be out-farming the Frederick way much more quicker.
Look at it, Frederick's already inside the jungle. Manila Boy can die here. Honestly, it's totally fine, but Flicker's out of it to make sure that he's all safe. And the rotation coming in from Black Dime, they're farming much faster because Lelouch is already at level 4. Salim is just about to get level 4.
Yeah, because of all these constant harassments, right? This is actually affecting Vanguard's esports rotation a little bit more. And so far, I think this is what Black Dime wants, right? Get an early first blood, equalize the farm against this lane, hoping that this link doesn't get super out of control, and eventually just drag it out to the later stage of the game. But again, it is going to be something that they have to consider. How will they deal with the heals coming from Vanguard? That's something that I'm worried. Are they going to rush the dominance eyes first? Are they going to rush clearances in those fights here? Or are they just going to ignore and drag it out to like ultra late game?
Well, before that, Black Dime PH goes on to Nick Stain in the mid lane. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but he should be able to almost reach level 4. I don't think he's going to hit level 4 just yet. And now Black Dime, they need to secure this turtle, because if they don't, then it's going to be a big problem for them.
Yeah, I'm seeing how Barbie is already in the front as well. Taking a little bit too much damage. It's going to go for the dive. Tempest Blitz comes in. Barbie will be the first to fall here. Vanguard gets first blood, but the turtle in the hands of Black Dime PH. They've got the Hard Gun up on the link here, but they doesn't have the energy to fight, so they are having a lot of sustains, and this is what I'm talking about here. So much sustain, so difficult to get the kill here. They only lose RA, and Black Dime PH, they may have gotten a turtle with the turtle buff, but it seems like it's just not enough.
Yeah, it's definitely a win for Vanguard, because even though you lost your turtle, you got 2 kills, right? You got one on Barbie Chi, you got one on RA. So you got on the EXP as well as mid. That's a huge win. So Vanguard did very good there. Black Dime, I don't know why they went in for the fight, because I kind of feel like they don't really have to. And
okay.
Did Lelouch just retreat that?
He retreated the Croc, I think. Wait, he retreated the Minotaur, I think.
But why? The
misclick. At the same time, top side here, Luxian getting dived down a little bit more here. He does have Nick Stain to provide a little bit of assistance, but again, Black Dime PH, they will eventually feel like it is going to be a big problem to pierce Vanguard when this Angela and Minotaur is grouped up together if they don't have an anti-heal.
All right, so even though Lamanche had the upper hand controlling that gold crab, still went over to Vanguard. So right now, Black Dime, they're doing a lot of misplays here where they're losing out control by trying to get a little bit greedy over certain things about the game. Now, RA, he's going to cut this lane. He's taking quite a little bit of damage, but it looks like he's dealing more to Ken.
Ooh, this is annoying. Like I feel like Ken is doing okay, but technically he should be mirroring the Benedetta a little bit more by cutting the creep beef here. But because of this, he is gonna lose out rotations here. But on the top side here, what a big catch here. Who would have thought Divergence from behind looks like gets shut down. Super Bane's gonna be next to fall. They were not prepared for this gang, and they get a 3-man kill up top of Black Knight PH.
That was unfortunate. This is one of those situations where the Angela should have just canceled out the ult because I already gave you a shield that's good enough. You're probably going to die, but at least I delayed him a little bit. The fact that the Angela went through with the hard guard, entering the body, gave another kill over to Black Knight. And now they got 3 kills, they got a turret, and it looks like they're going to be able to get this turtle as well. So big win for Black Knight, even though they misplayed quite a bit before that, but now they're starting to control the map again.
Yeah, very nice though, for them to actually find a pick-off like this, right? Like, if you were to play your chips here, this is exactly how you would do it here, but Divergent right behind tier 1, behind the bush, that's crazy. But same time here, purple buff getting shut down as of yet, but they are getting a little bit too low here. They've got the sustains, can't barely makes it out alive, but Black Knight says, no more. I don't want to risk this.
Nick Stain is doing quite a good job because he's fielding a lot for his team. He's timing his knockups to make sure that they will be fine. And Vanguard, they're losing-ish because right now there's a 3.6k gold lead for Black Knight, but if Vanguard is able to stop the bleeding, it should be okay because like you said, they have double kill here. They have the Angela as well as the Minotaur. Quite a lot. If both of them have the Flash of the Oasis, it's going to be a big problem for Black Knight, which is mostly burst-ish. So, honestly, Vanguard can win this game.
Maybe.
They just have to stall quite a bit.
They definitely need to stall. But speaking of Flash of Oasis here, 1 up on Super MJ right now on the Angela. So that's going to be a big problem for Black Knight PH right now. But for now, Dominance Eye is going to be up on the ground very soon here. They are going to try and crash down the lane. They are going to try and collapse as well. Black Knight PH won't expect this here. Minon's Rage comes in, but the Electro final blow cutting the entire lines with the Petrify. Not even using the Petrify yet. They will pick them all one by one. Top side, the Link still alive. Manages to find one. But Lamarche, they want to go on a hunt. They're spread out. This Angela is going to be the big problem here for Black Knight PH. Can they catch him off guard? MJ eventually getting called out. That's going to be killing spree for RA as they trade 3 for 3.
I mean, cut your losses, man. As long as the Link doesn't die, it's 3-0-1 right now, so it's still looking pretty good. The Angela, there's nothing much that he can do. He even saved his flicker because he's at a point where it's like, even if I flicker, there's not much I can do, so might as well just save it for the next fight. So Black Knight, even though they have quite a sizable lead, it doesn't look grim just yet for Vanguard. If Salem died just now, then yeah, it looks pretty bad. But the fact that Salem still survives, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but again, Salem without the purple buff is going to be a big problem here. Black Knight PH still threatening here. Do they get it? Oh, they actually stole it away from Salem. So no purple buff on this Link is going to hurt them even more right now, LaFell.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. A lot of people have been fantasizing. They want the assassin jungler back, but you can't deny it's still very difficult because the tank junglers just handle.
Oh my!
Just handle all these neutral objectives a little bit better. And we don't know what happened, but he died. I said in the previous clash, if you don't die, that's good. But he just died, so this is looking pretty bad.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Vanguard at all. They lose Salem, they lose Nick Stain in this early aggression. Black Knight PH gonna continue with the push here. Tier 2, well, dropping down pretty slowly, but again, the confidence coming from Black Knight PH is just phenomenal right now. And I don't know, like, I feel like this plays coming from Black Knight PH is just so much better compared to Vanguard.
Like I said, it's an easier draft, so it's one of those drafts where you don't have to overthink what your next move is going to be. Compared to Vanguard, they have to really manage every single thing. Like Salem, I want to farm a little bit more. I want to go to the opponent's jungler, but I have to think about it. Have they cleared that part of the jungle yet? Will if I go there, will someone be waiting for me and I could potentially die? So they have a lot more things to think about, where Black Knight, you just push a few buttons and you just win.
That's the thing, right? Like, it's so hard to open up the map for Vanguard esports here. Minotaur as well as Series, like, if they open a map, if they want to disengage, they can't really disengage. But whereas for Grok, I've got CC Immune, I've got Wall Charge, I've got Flicker. It just goes in, gets out, and that's going to be a big problem eventually. But again, Vanguard, they're hoping on this sustained composition, but so far, where's the damage going to come from?
It's gonna come much later, man, because like you say, you don't like the Angela Min, and this is one of those reasons why the moment you lose tempo, you can't get that tempo back, because Angela's not gonna do a lot of burst damage like Farsa can or Valentina can. So this is one of those situations where you kind of draft yourself where you have to play the late game. So they gotta make sure they don't lose any more turrets.
Yeah, I agree. But speaking of turrets here, Cat taking a little bit too much damage, getting bursted out by Barbichi all by herself, barely poking by. Electro Final Blow to zone the rest of the teammates here. And just like that, Black Dime PH, they just get a very easy kill and a turret.
This is why when you draft a lane nowadays, maybe when the meta changes a bit, it's better to have a gold laner marksman, but this is one of those situations where it's good for you to have a fighter, something like a Ruby, to open up the map, to control the opposing side, giving time for your lane to do something come later into the match. But
oh my god,
that's a lot of damage.
that hurts. Oh my god, Divergence out of there. Boom. Ooh, nice timing, instantly going for the Lord. Very efficient coming from Black Dime.
I mean, like, at this point, Vanguard is going to be very difficult to contest this. Even if they do, they're going to lose so many members, they could just end it. So Vanguard cannot contest this. What they can do is try to manage the waves, making sure that they are able to clean that fast. But the problem is, look at Vanguard's lineup. Who can really clear the lane fast?
Well, technically the Ling kind of split push, but again, Ling, you don't really want your jungler to be pushing the lanes, right? But at the same
in the base, the Lord is pushing in. 3 lanes are coming in at the same time.
No one.
Right?
No one.
Even Claude can clear it fast, but his Blazing Duet has been nerfed quite a few patches ago, where he no longer deals extra damage to non-hero targets. So it's going to be difficult for them to
I think even
protect.
if it's maxed out items as well, considering how at this stage of the game here, because of how long the game dragged on, the HP of the Lord pretty much increases significantly, right? So I guess it's going to be very difficult to do so here. But again, it will take a miracle right now. But if Vanguard somehow holds on, they still have a chance. But I must say, it's going to be very difficult.
I feel like Vanguard can protect the base. But I feel like they can't protect inhibitors. I feel like at least 2 will be taken down.
Yeah, but seeing how the Lord is going to be crashing in as well, Nick Stain as well is trying to sustain his way through. Ken hoping to survive this here, forces the flicker out. Roger commits a little bit more, but no punishment thus far. Purifies out of there. And Vanguard now manages to hold on with the Lord, defending for still. And Black Dime PH, he still want to continue with this assault. Another wave is going to be hitting from the bottom side here. Do they collapse? Vanguard, what do they do? They're getting zoned off pretty hard here, but here comes like the final blow! 2-man Petrify catches 2, but there's no finish here. He loses his life. The Link will pick him apart. But Salem now, with the Heart's Guard, he's not even committing to the fight, but it is enough to scare Black Dime PH to go for the chase right now. Can they chase him?
Oh, the Divergent back.
Okay, they've got it surrounded. Salem, can he survive? No, he will not. They will lose both at the same time here. The Divergent to cut off the exit here. Black Dime finding 2, looking for more, I guess.
I mean, this is why I say it's hard to be a lane player, because you gotta overthink. It's like, I want to go to this part of the jungle. It's safe, and apparently it was not. And he wasn't there to farm. He was there to run away, trying to survive. But looks like Black Dime, they're like, okay, he could go top or he could go bottom.
Oh, boy.
Highly likely he's gonna go bottom, and they made the right call.
Yeah, it was pretty much boxing them out, limiting the options, right? Like, Link, you may be mobile, but you can only stand on walls. In this case, there's not a lot of walls, even though, quote-unquote, there is a lot in the map.
I mean, like,
in that section, yeah.
Any kind of crowd control, you're gonna get taken down.
Yeah.
And, there's quite a bit of crowd control here coming in from Black Dime, Lelouch, Barbichi, Manila Boy.
I've never seen the interaction of a Loi knocking out a Link before, like ever.
You know the pulling thing? You can pull down the Link. Yeah.
Don't you think it's very difficult to pull that off?
If you already have one stack, like either the Yin or the Yang, then all you just need to do is just hit your second skill.
Your second shot, right?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Again,
as long if you already
it's very difficult for me.
Yeah, well, professional players, man.
True.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know if that's a good call. Yeah.
Barbie G. Oh, she's a feisty little one. Not gonna lie, she is really feisty with this low E so far.
You know, this is the great thing about being a caster, is that you see everything that's going on the map, and it makes you think like, why'd you go for that? In his POV, it was.
You can't see it.
It's just one person. It's like I can take on one person. Little did he know there was 3.
But he just died in a second. Like there was no way for you to react at all to think about it. But again, from Black Dime PH, he's got Hunter Strike, got Immortality on Manila Boy. We've got Lamarche with the GDS as well. Ooh, Max slaughtered Roger. Oh, how do you kill him?
They don't have enough damage because I'm looking at the item. The Claude already has his Trinity items, but he can't survive long enough to really deal anything here because even the damage coming in from Barbichi alone is gonna hit like a truck. With RA, Lamanche, I don't know. I kind of feel like Vanguard, they don't have the opening to deal the damage.
Oh, it's tough. It is gonna be tough as well. But with the Lord coming in, Black Dime may be able to close out this game very, very quickly here. They need somebody wave clear here, but Haska comes in. They are going to die in the back line, but instantly melted to
so
Lamont. Barely a second, and that's going to be GG for Vanguard Esports as Black Dime PH cleans out Game 1